particularly what stood out is the power and value of relationships and culture in this work, because you can have all the frameworks or the policies that you want, but it's those relationships and the way that you're connecting with communities, with people that are actually going to make it live.
And in doing that, it means we have to be genuine. And so we're there working with the community in a genuine way, which means all that other stuff falls to the side.
Restorative practice, I think I'm taking that away. Relationships are so important, working with community, and I think that's really shone for me this morning.
I mean, it's a great opportunity with the child protection reform to rethink how we're implementing that and how, as a collectively across government and the not-for-profit sector, we can start to adopt some of the values that that Leeds has been able to achieve.
I think one of the really interesting discussions I had in that was around making the relationship, the power relationship that you have in a community group more transparent.
I think it gives a new perspective. We come into these things thinking we know the way to do things, and basically that ends up with a top-down approach, and getting down to its grassroots, the community that we have to have involved in these things.
I work for the Australian Refugee Association, and I think taking from this would be how we can tailor our approach, especially to leaders of the different ethnic communities that we represent, and how we can implement child protection and child services into our approach of connecting with our communities.
We need a buy-in, we need to have some quick wins, and we need to really say to the community that we can't do it without them.
That's one of the questions in the last workshop that was in my head. How do we get business involved? How do we keep them there? How do we get them interested enough to stay and also see the long-term benefits of it?
So what we were just talking about was how we keep the residents and citizens engaged, and how difficult that can be, particularly in relation to the power imbalance.
And I think for me, what I keep hearing as well is around relationships.
One of the things that Nigel impressed me with is the need to continue the message, to be sort of relentless and to persevere with, so that it becomes part of the culture and the way in which things are done.
We make effort in actually putting aside where we're from, who we work with, and actually just focus on what do we need to do together in our communities to help them move forward.
How can we create spaces for people to come together and share what they're passionate about, share what they love, and all of those sorts of things. So yeah, it's generated a lot of thinking.
The idea of restorative sounded to me like everybody in the discussion is restored back to the original value as when they took their first breath.